Well, would you look at that? See, I was just playing it on my trusty 3DS here, and I got the best news that I think I have heard in a long, long time. And if you didn't already know by clicking on this video, then you'll probably be like, hey, what's going on? Well, first, let me start with this. What is going on, everybody? My name is Jake, aka the Meta Geek, and I love superhero shit. I know, wow, white dude on the internet loves talking about superheroes, but I do. And I just got done talking about She-Hulk, and I was really debating whether or not I was going to review the new Halloween movie because I love horror movies about as much as I do anything else. And then we just got this beautiful notification of, hey, Warner Brothers got their shit together. And I was like, oh, well, how about I just fire up the trusty old camera and sit in front of a microphone and tell you guys why this is such a good thing. I know there's about 100 other people that you could go watch and they'll tell you the exact same thing. But my problem is that my most performing video that I have put out, at least in the last couple of years, was the failure of the DCEU, the People versus Warner Brothers. And guess what? It's fixed. Oh my god, it's fixed, thankfully. So if you guys haven't heard already, basically Man of Steel 2 is in development, Wonder Woman 3, a Flash sequel, hoping that movie does really good. Probably not going to star Ezra Miller. I mean, that just feels like a given at this point. And yeah, it kind of really feels like that the DCEU is finally moving forward the way that it should, because the problem has been that ever since the old regime has been in there, and ever since Justice League, they have just not wanted to touch the core characters outside of Aquaman, the Flash, and Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman, her second movie came out, and that movie was but I was still like, okay, maybe, the third one might be better. And now they're finally getting some work on that. The Flash, I heard about that. The Flash is one of my favorite characters. But the big thing was, what's going on with Superman? Because at least the thing with Batman was, okay, if Ben Affleck doesn't want to do this, they're like, hey, we're going to have Michael Keaton in the Flash movie. And it's like, oh, all right, that's awesome. Where's Superman? They're like, oh, how about Supergirl? It's like, no. Supergirl, there's not a problem. I like that. Where's Superman? Superman, how are you going to have a DC movie universe and not have Superman? And they're like, well, how about we do this Ta-Nehisi Coates Black Superman movie? And it's like, that's great. Sure. Is it in the DCEU? No. Okay. What are you doing with Superman? You're going to have a DC universe without Superman? And it really felt like, and especially a lot of the reports were, they were going to move forward not having Superman anymore. And then Dwayne Johnson came in and laid his Johnson on the table with the new heads at Warner Brothers and said, that last regime was really pissing me off. And now I'm going to ask you guys. I want Henry Cavill, who my ex-wife is the manager of, or the agent of. I want him in this movie because I want Black Adam to fight off against Superman, whether it's in Man of Steel 2 or whether it's in Black Adam 2. If Black Adam does really well, which I'm anticipating Black Adam is going to do well, because even though DC movies, they've got a bad rap on the internet, most people, when they see DC, they're like, okay, I'm going to go give it a chance, unless you are the original Suicide Squad movie. And, well, that movie sucked. And I guess you can say the other Suicide Squad movie. But again, it's just the Suicide Squad. It's not a brand that sells. Black Adam, if The Rock is in it, it's going to bring money, even if it's just the people that like The Rock. But a lot of people are going to go see it because now they know that Superman's going to be in it. And with The Flash pushing the DC universe forward, and us knowing that we're going to have Man of Steel 2, we're going to have Wonder Woman 3, probably going to get an Aquaman 3. I mean, come on, probably going to get a Flash 2. Hell, with the new people in charge and Walter Hamada basically packing up his office this week. Bring Ray Fisher back. Let's start some production, or at least make some preliminary plans on a Justice League 2. And I understand that some people are like, well, how are they going to make a Justice League without Zack Snyder? And look, easily, that's how they're going to make a Justice League 2 without Zack Snyder. And I know that that's going to piss a lot of people off. But really, if you're a fan of the DC universe and not just a Zack Snyder fan, hearing this news, it's like somebody came down and gave you the most beautiful sandwich that you have ever asked for. You've been asking for it forever. And then finally they're going like, here, you can finally have this sandwich. And I'm so happy to hear this news, because now we're going to have a DC universe that is led by Superman. We don't know anything about Ben Affleck's Batman just yet. Hopefully they'll do something where he's still the DCEU Batman, but if they don't, they change it to Michael Keaton. I'm not mad about that either, because if Michael Keaton is the new Batman, because he's older, eventually we're going to get Batman Beyond, and I have been waiting for that movie, and now there is a new era of Warner Brothers listening to the fans. So do you like this? What is the most anticipated movie that you have coming up in this new slate? Is it Superman? Why is it not Superman? I mean, the last movie was in 2013. Like, it's got to be Superman, right? But what is your most anticipated project coming up? Let me know how you feel about the DCEU finally getting back on track and Warner Brothers actually getting their shit together. I've been Jake, aka the Meta Geek, and well, I'll see all you guys next time.